Never trust a tourist advertisement. Never trust a tourist advertisement. Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Now get out! Now get out!
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van der Berg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
You said you know...
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, he is dead.
That's in...
Thank you, mister.
I...
Well, I have a...
How can I...
Don't what?
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
You told me... I'll need a...
Fair enough.
Sounds...
Don't...
How do you... So...
There is no...
Once the...
Most... Take the...
Other place...
You're a private office.
Well...
No.
Oh.
Don't...
Now get out!
We'll meet again, Mr. Reed.
The end is nigh. It will begin again. What is down comes up. The seed is sowed. The end is nigh. It will begin again. What is down comes up. The seed is sowed.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is fine.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
Please forgive the question, but...
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. My father united with a certain royal family.
I've heard you're the man to speak to
Another newcomer with another...
Can I ask you...
How dare you?
If I may ask...
Why do you...
Well, like I said, I'm a...
Is it? Where? Says he was barely
And you don't believe...
complete. Albert's just...
I take it you're not the big...
Those people now.
So they're just...
Hardly. They've taken out to men...
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help.
What makes you think you...
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose?
Vera.
I need to know more.
Tane. Did you... This fisherman...
Anything else?
Clear.
Sorry, did you just say...
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect. Vera.
Where's the house?
Fuck.
You mentioned...
Yes.
As much as I'm enjoying...
Find... I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And
I've
keep
said
your hands
everything
where
I
I can
know.
see them.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for. The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for. It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Hello? It's okay.
Oh,
Tell me about it.
name's Will Hammond. We moved.
I want to...
I don't. Then he came.
Then what?
We put the in
Who is this?
outside to show some respect.
Sorry. We're all...
And I,
Do you know how... I'll leave.
please, detective, sir.
I don't know. Choo choo. Ahem. Choo choo. Ahem.
Glenna, Nehri, Glenna, Gebheil, Nukulena, Haften. Glenna, Nehri, Glenna, Gebheil, Nukulena, Haften.
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. So that's what an Innsmouther looks like. Five cards short of a full house. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
What?
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
I gave you clear instructions.
I've said everything I know.
Did I not?
Let's see what you find.
Head! I still hear those voices.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots. Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong. There's something in the pocket. The blood is fresh. Whoever it belongs to could not have got far. The door won't budge. One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate. Mr. Throg...
What?
Some...
You've seen a while. I've commissioned a few
Yeah.
Try to...
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse.
No.
My condolences, Mr. Throg.
Your condolences will not bring him back. Tell me you know who did it.
I don't know exactly.
What kind of private...
A thorough one.
Fine. No one leaves the...
I've said everything I know. I've said everything I know.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
Got a spare bullet, fella? I ain't eaten in days. Oh. Hey. Got a spare bullet, fella?
You look familiar.
But old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Stay alert! Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Ugh, I'll miss the Carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure. Hey, knock it off!
Welcome to Under...
I've seen some.
So you met a wild beast. They arrived in the flood. If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you remember, better to be a cow.
I'm looking for a man by the name of...
Yeah, even if I...
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Rock. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So?
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta...
Smart man. Bye.
Come close.
You're some...
Yes, my dear.
Really? Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer.
All right, how...
Your money has no value, and I'll make it...
Let's hear what my future holds.
Good. Let me focus. The sea will...
I don't think
I see... Oh, and...
Thank you.
You are... Embrace your fate.
What the... Get the... Oh... What the... Get the... Oh...
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
What kind of...
Oh, so you're here to attack me just...
No, I'm sorry.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the sea.
Start at the beginning.
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. If he'd listened to me...
Come on, Lewis.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons.
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those thralls always conspiring behind our back.
You mentioned a... Yeah?
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition. There's the carpenters who can...
And let me...
Right. Those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone...
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage.
I don't know what to...
I think I've...
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
This is not exactly...
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds.
It turns out I arrived here unprepared for business.
I knew you'd understand. Please, I told you the truth, I swear.